everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I get asked all the time, AJ, how do you get all these items so quickly? And all that is down to me having access to treasure islands. Now I've used various treasure islands over my year of playing Animal Crossing, and I have fallen in love with a select few, but the main one that I use is the one that we're going to be talking about today, and I'm going to be showing you how to have access to it, how to use their exclusive order bot, and how you can get your hands on the treasure islands too. So if this is content that you enjoy and you find this helpful, please hit that like and subscribe button. I will try and do more little tutorials as the time goes on. Now you're going to have to bear with me because I am terrible sometimes at explaining, but I will do my best to try and get my point across for you all to make it easier for you. First off, what you want to do is head on over to Twitch. Now on Twitch you will find various treasure islands available to you, but the one that I go to is actually just called Treasure Islands. They have 29 treasure islands for you. It is great. They are categorized, they are organized, and they are easy to use. They have 13 non-subscriber islands, which means that any of the islands on the screen where my cursor is right now, you can access from this stream. All you do is you would put in the dodo code and you will go and fly to that island. Just be aware that people will fly in and out, so it will probably put a hole on you because you don't have access to the queue list as you would if you were a subscriber. If you're willing to be patient, then that is okay, but for me, I'm a little bit impatient and I like to get things quickly ready for a build or ready for a stream. You can also use your Twitch Prime to gain access to their subscriber islands. If you have that, it is free. I'm currently a tier 2, so it gives me access to their exclusive order bot. We will go into that in a second. If you use the Twitch Prime, you will get access to all of their subscriber islands, so we will go and have a look at them now. Okay, so their subscriber islands, I think they have 16 subscriber islands available to you, and they are all organized down here. They are organized all down here and they're named, and I love it. I love how organized this is. This makes me so happy when I use their islands. The maps are so easy to understand. It is all in alphabetical order. So for example, Cactus is A, B and C, and then obviously you have your villagers that are moving out, and it explains below here what villagers are moving out, if the turnips are doing the maxed out bank account or not, and I love it. So if we scroll down, you can see all the islands that they have available, and you will not ever be shy of any item in the game because they have it all. They have it all organized for you, ready to go. They also have a DIY island, so the max time that you will get on a standard island is 30 minutes, so do bear that in mind. But if you visit the DIY island, you will get 50 minutes. That is enough time for you to learn any DIY that you want to, the amount of DIYs you want to. It is perfect. Just bear in mind, you cannot catalog items when you visit. That is strictly not allowed. Before you visit any of the islands, what you will need to do is you will need to scroll up into their Discord, and you will need to go to the help desk section, and you'll need to go to register IGN, and in here you will then have to register your IGN, and it will show you an example here which will give you access to all the other channels and stuff like that. You will be able to fly easily with no problems at all. Once you have registered your IGN, you can then start queuing in the queues. If you wanted to fly out to an island after you have registered your IGN, you would simply click on one of the following queues that you wanted to do, and then you would click join. Once you have clicked join, you would get this message, and it will show you the dodo code that you will need to visit the island. So once you've visited, you've got whatever you need, you would simply go back into the Discord and you would press leave, and you will leave the queue. Remember, you need to always press the leave button. That is important. Never stay in a queue longer than your required time. Simply not fair on other people, and you don't want to be banned from the server. Now let's talk about the order bot that I use, and it is called the Nookie bot. I love Nookbot. Nookbot was the first order bot that I ever used. To gain access to the Nookbot, you will need to head to their website, which is their own personal subscription site, and you will need to subscribe to the tier 2, which is the one that I am subscribed to. It is really handy for when any other islands are down that I go to, and I can quickly come to Nookie Bot, and I love it. All the links and everything you will need will be in the description below. So let's talk about the Nook Bot. Once you have become a tier 2, you will gain access to the Nook Bot. I highly recommend that you read all the instructions clearly. Reread them if you have to. They are easily explained. I'm not going to sit here and go through each and every one because that is simply down to you to do. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to head over to the Nook Bot island, and I will show you around. So we'll head to our queue. There are people on the island, so we will have to be courteous of those, but I will show you around the island. First things first, what we will do is we will join the queue, and then you will get access to Nookie Drop. Nookie Drop is where you will ask for the dodo code, and it is where you will look up an item, customize an item, drop the items that you want the bot to drop as well. So we're going to ask for the dodo code, so we're going to ask for the send dodo, and we have it right there. Okay, so we have arrived at Nook Island, and when you first get here you will notice all these bins placed here. This is simply for your use. So if you pick up an item that you do not want and you picked up the wrong variation, please use the bins. Do not drop items again. It's not worth the risk of breaking the island or anything like that, so just simply pop them in the bin. There are plenty for you to use all around the island. There is also dropped materials everywhere for you to use when you need them. This is how I get my 3 stars quickly. I fly to this island, I get all my materials, I get all the golden tools to get my Nook miles. It is so helpful and so handy. There is also all your DIYs that you will need. There is everything. There's place furniture as well. If you don't want to visit any of the other islands, there are some here for you to use. I think majority is the 2.0 items, which I love. So yeah, you have access to all of this. You have your crops, your fruit, your plants, your bushes, you have your trees. It has it all for you, ready for you to use whenever you need. Let's talk about the bot. The bot is here. This is Nookie. Nookie is going to be our friend. What you will need to do is you will need to search the hex code of the items that you want to drop, so you can then use the commands in Discord to get the bot to drop them. Let me show you the spreadsheet. It will also be linked in the description below, and we will talk about how we use the spreadsheet. So when you click the link, you'll be taken to the spreadsheet, which is here, and it will have every item that is accessible in the game. There's a lot, and you don't want to sit there scrolling through it all. So what you want to do is you want to press Ctrl and F, and it will bring up the find bar, and then you simply just want to type in whatever it is you're looking for. So let's say a hand cart. So we have the hand cart here, and this here is the hex code. That is the hex code that we need. If you are looking for a DIY of anything, so say the mum cushion, this is the hex code. This is the DIY hex code. So if you wanted to drop the DIY, it would be that hex code. But we want the hand cart, and this is our hex code, so we're going to copy that. We are then going to head over to Discord. We're going to go into Nookie Drop, and we are going to customize it, because I know there's different variations of it, so we're going to customize it. So we're now going to look up at what variations that the hand cart has. So we are simply going to do !item, and then we're going to paste our hex code. As you can see, it will then show us all the variations available for the hand cart. So I want mine in red, so we're going to do customize our hex code, and then we're going to do number 4, which is the red variation, and we're going to press enter, and then it will give us a new hex code. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy that new hex code that we have now, and we're going to get the bot to drop it for us. So we do !drop, and we simply paste the hex code. If you want multiple, you can have up to 7 item drops at a time. You simply just do it as many times as you want. So I'm going to do it that many times, and I'm going to press enter, and the bot will begin to drop our items for us. There we go. It's that easy. And just like that, we have our hand carts in our pocket. Now you don't have to actually stick to one item per drop. You can vary it up, so you can have multiple drops. So if we head over back to the spreadsheet, I want to do a silo. I want to customize the silo. I know that much. So we'll do item and then paste it. Okay, so I want this one in the aqua and pink. So customize the hex code for it and then 4. Now we have our new hex code. So drop. I want 4 silos and then I want a tractor. So we'll take this hex code and I just want the bog standard one. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then we press enter and the bot will begin to drop them. It is simply that easy. And as for villagers, we also have access to them. Each one of these are moving out ready for you to go and talk to. On all the islands they are different, so it will vary, but on the Nook Island you can actually inject your own villager if you wanted to, and also it does the turnip trick as well. So if you don't know, you literally pick up 30 turnips, you go into here. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it, but you will go into here and you will sell them to Timmy and Tommy and they will then take the turnips off you. You go back to your island and you check your bank account and it is maxed out. So I think that's all the starter tips you need to know when starting your journey with Treasure Islands. And if you want to check out this one, I highly recommend it. It is my go-to Treasure Island. My islands wouldn't happen without the Treasure Island Discord that I am in, so be sure to check it out, show them some love. Let me know if this has helped you and if you'll be using them in the future. I do understand that there's some hate towards Treasure Island users sometimes, but what's to hate? We all play in our own way, and as long as it makes you happy, who cares what others think? Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.